Good evening, good morning, whatever hour it is. I think I heard it's past midnight, but I'm not sure. It's been an interesting evening, one full of technical difficulties. So right now what you're looking at is basically the conclusion of a fairly long standoff between protesters and police here in downtown LA. This is LA City Hall, and the protesters and police had been standing off outside LAPD headquarters on First Street between Spring and Main, and then they were pushed around the corner, wrapping around City Hall. They went east on First and then north on Main, all the way up until this intersection here, Temple and Main, at which point the protesters just a few minutes ago ran off in several different directions. There are some protesters, I think, who may be lingering around the area, but the crowd is gone. At this point, it's basically myself and who was enough to show up and let me stream on her phone. By the way, Annabelle, no, keep it going. Annabelle is live. Well, I'm live now on two different places. Annabelle's holding the Facebook stream while I hold the YouTube stream. For whatever reason, as you see, LAPD officers appear to be giving up their police lines at the corner of Main and Temple. Although there's still officers holding a line down the street on Main. For whatever reason, YouTube streaming was just not working on my phone tonight. I don't know why. It was full of technical difficulties. I presume some of you are tuned in now or tuned in earlier. However, as I mentioned toward the end of my previous YouTube stream, I did stream on my Facebook page called Nomadic Journalism, facebook.com/nomadic journalism, and that live stream is still going. As you now see officers in riot gear hopping on a couple SUVs just outside of City Hall in the intersection of Main and Temple, and the officers who were holding a line further north on Temple are now here in front of us. It looks like they're getting ready to clear out of the area. The standoff got very tense at a couple points. At one point, what are you doing? Don't get run over by those guys. At one point, there were shots fired by police into the crowd of protesters, and I recorded that on my Facebook stream, which I'll work on uploading to YouTube once we're done with the coverage tonight. And let me take a look at the chat. As officers, some sprinting, clear out of the intersection of Main and Temple, and retreat to their vehicles. All right, let's take a look. Nomad Pack is saying hello from Spain.
Can we go around the city?
Hola. Yeah, when the light turns, we can. But there, I think these officers are gonna circle around and head back to LAPD headquarters.
There was some people.
The protesters cleared out of here. The officers just chased the protesters out of here about 3 minutes before I launched this stream. Adams Co., what's going on in Kenosha tonight? Given that I've been out here in the streets of downtown LA, I haven't been able to keep up with what's going on there. How crazy did it get in Wisconsin? Well, now officers are forming a new... This is interesting. I thought they were clearing out of here. But they're now forming a new line. Right in front of us. I don't know if they're forming the line to police us, to police the homeless people here, or if they're straggling protesters in the park. I'm not sure. What are you seeing? Annabelle, what are you seeing?
There's a group of protesters.
So maybe there's a group of protesters that remain. I thought the police were clearing out of here, and many of them did, but apparently not all. It looks like there may be a group of protesters walking north ahead of us on...
There was a little group of protesters and they were raising their hands.
Say that louder so people hear
So
you.
there was a group of protesters raising their hands or lifting their hands.
Sure.
And then the police officers were going closer to them.
Well, let's see what's going on. Are they coming back in our direction?
No, they are now in the middle of the street.
Yeah, but are they walking away? I guess they're walking away. Sorry, I missed your comments right after I asked about we got a thank you from this man. I'm not so sure he was enjoying the show tonight. As officers retreat to their vehicles. So yeah, I missed your comments right after I asked what was going on in Kenosha. Fires everywhere, all sorts of dump trucks, garbage trucks, downtown ravaged. Oh, there was action in San Diego tonight? That's a little surprising. Someone says Kenosha burned. It looks like a group of protesters is still in... Sorry, I'm not used to streaming on Annabelle's phone. That's why I'm messing up with the zoom. Can't tell whether this group of protesters has any intention of sticking around. It doesn't seem like it. During the tense moments in the standoff, it seemed like officers were quite concerned about a protester or protesters pointing powerful lights or lasers in their direction. And at one point early on in the standoff, an officer on a loudspeaker said, "You'll be arrested if you continue to point a light at the police." Someone was flashing a bright light. Not sure what exactly it was. The police vehicles now loop around here, making U-turns on Main Street and heading back in the direction of LAPD headquarters, driving alongside the back of City Hall. A bit anticlimactic, but I guess that's the end of the... Ah, you arrived late. I guess that's the end of the standoff. Oh yeah, there was, I think, tear gas fired at one point, and I think smoke grenades thrown as well, because at one point there was a bunch of pink or purple smoke flying, and it seemed like the officers were firing or dropping tear gas canisters on the ground, but it didn't get so gassy, and the officers themselves didn't have gas masks on, and that's why I was caught by surprise when things started getting gassy. Possibly rubber bullets were fired, but I don't know. I think shots were fired out of one of those guns that fires foam bullets or foam balls, whatever those things are called. But I'm not positive. But I did film a part over on the Nomadic Journalism Facebook feed in which there was an officer standing right in front of me on the corner of Main and First who was pointing out to other officers, someone in the crowd of protesters, and then one of the officers with a gun then fired in that direction. I didn't figure out whether someone was hit or the shots went into a umbrella or a shield or what. Watch out, it's a red light and there's actually traffic here. Oh, truth, you were watching on Woke when you're not talking about my feed, are you? Which feed are you talking about? I don't think Woke picked up my Facebook feed. I don't think most people figured out where I was on Facebook. Well, that's why we've got cameras. This van, I think, was... Where's... Oh, it's green. Let's go. Yeah, you too. Still a helicopter circling around City Hall. Can you keep an eye out if the phone says 10% or 20%?
Yes.
I don't think there's going to be any more action tonight, but we'll go out in front of LAPD headquarters, see who's out there, if anyone. That's where the action began. The action basically kicked off with protesters knocking down a barricade that had been set up in front of LAPD headquarters. Then they inched pretty close to a rather thin front line of police officers outside front of LA City Hall. And after that, things escalated. Well, we're walking right up to police headquarters, so I'd presumed there'd be officers, but it looks like the street is reopened, or has it? Looks like it. No, it has. There are officers out front of LAPD headquarters, but it looks like First Street is open. There are also police vehicles parked here on Main Street, straight ahead of me. Yeah, a lot of homeless caught in the action tonight. At some points, you could tell they're visibly frustrated as they're lying in bed and there's chaos unfolding surrounding them. Yeah, lots of police remain out front of LAPD headquarters. Some duck quacking noise. That sounds vaguely familiar from Portland. But nothing really doing other than a large police presence here at this hour. An hour ago, there was a lot doing right here, which I'll work on uploading to this channel. I streamed it on facebook.com/nomadicjournalism after having numerous problems streaming on my phone on YouTube. I presume some of the protesters, as you see LAPD officers walking out front of their headquarters, I presume some of the protesters returned to the Black Unity LA encampment across the street from the front of City Hall. And I think we'll wind our way over in front of City Hall now. Oh, the barricade has been reestablished. So that fence you see with some officers leaning on, that fence was standing at the beginning of the evening. Protesters then knocked it down and actually dragged it into the street and created their own barricade, where I'm pointing the camera right now, on First Street, between Spring and where I'm standing right now. And when that barricade was knocked down and dragged off, that's when lots more police came out of the building. Or shortly thereafter they came out. Is anyone watching that thing?
What?
Are you talking to them?
No.
Oh, you kind of should speak.
Okay.
Well, we've got a little dual stream going now. Who's tuned in to the? Yeah, so reader didn't understand that I had gone live on YouTube. I'm sorry, I've been neglecting my Facebook viewers, whoever's left. But let's just end the Facebook stream because we've got the YouTube stream going.
Okay.
So hit finish. All right, ended that Facebook stream. I think we should save it, although I don't know if there's. Let's see if it works. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I hear sirens behind me. But let's see what's doing in front of City Hall. And maybe take a look at some of the chalking. Federalist Papers, interesting. Marbury versus Madison and Federalist Papers. Not the kind of chalking I would expect to find out here. At the beginning of the evening, there was a projector blowing up large images on LAPD headquarters right over here. I posted one of those on my Instagram. Feed, Nomad Journalist. At Nomad Journalist. It might have gone out on Twitter also, I'm not sure. I was trying to broadcast it on YouTube, but was having tons of connection problems. We now have the police helicopter shining a light down at the Black Unity encampment area, or so it seems. Let's go see if anything's doing out front of City Hall or at the encampment. Oh, alright, sorry guys, neglecting some comments. So, the Facebook page I was streaming on is facebook.com/nomadicjournalism. That's not my personal Facebook page. I figured it'd be easier for the audience to find the Nomadic Journalism page than my personal Facebook page, but I guess that wasn't the case. Stinker Bells, you're welcome.
I don't know if you need to charge the phone.
You tell me.
I don't know.
Really bizarre how my phone could stream perfectly fine on Facebook tonight, but not on YouTube. I can't explain that one. It looks like there is some action. We've got protesters gathered at the encampment. Well, I'm calling them protesters, but I don't know who's out there. But there's a protest encampment that I've covered previously on this channel. It's the Black Unity LA encampment. We're plugging in the phone right now. That's what the bumpiness is about. Alright, that's resolved. Yeah, the Black Unity LA protest encampment is right here across the street from City Hall, which is right here. Yeah, there clearly is action somewhere, because there wouldn't be this helicopter and spotlight if there was no action. But I don't see what's going on here at the encampment other than what looks like celebration. Oh, that's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. And it would be great if someone could get on the scanner. Maybe we just cross. So helicopter now circling, not pointing the spotlight at the encampment at the moment, now circling around City Hall. The encampment is right here, and it doesn't look like there's really anything happening. But it looks like some people might be making their way in the direction of LAPD headquarters. I'm not sure. How's that voice? Not entirely quiet here. There are protesters at different spots in and around the encampment.
Those are shots. Those are definitely shots.
Oh, breathe drums, y'all. It's fucking drums. Oh my god. Playing a fucking drum. I told y'all we need to get a rag on the trumpet.
Oh, Ruby Tuesday. Just noticed a comment. Maybe it did jam. I don't know. When you're saying you saw LA had a lot of channels on there, what do you mean? Channels on where? Oh, now we've got LAPD driving by. And helicopter flashing the spotlight, not directly on the encampment, at times on the encampment. Now it seems to be the helicopter that is spotlighting the encampments. But the people here at the encampment don't seem bothered whatsoever. So it just doesn't seem like there's action here other than a helicopter spotlighting the encampment at times. Thank you, live news feeds. Yeah, Beverly Hills was pretty crazy the other day. Fuck Garcetti is a common chant here. It seems, I think the helicopter's searching for someone or something. Oh, David, thank you very much for switching back and forth tonight between YouTube and Facebook, and I apologize for the lack of organization. What's that?
Wisconsin?
You mean is the protest about that?
Yeah, Wisconsin.
Yeah, the protest earlier tonight was basically about that. So, well, I mean, the police came and like chased everyone away.
Yeah, I seen the guy in Wisconsin who got shot in the back.
Yeah.
Can start with a K.
Jake. What's his name?
No, I'm talking about the town.
Yeah, Jacob Blake.
I know. I'm talking about.
No, that's a local one. Oh, Kenosha. You're thinking of Kenosha, yeah. Yeah, Kenosha's going crazy. Here's not quite like Kenosha.
Good, it was safe.
Well, it got tense. The police shot into the crowd of protesters one time tonight.
Real bullets?
No, not real bullets, but the non-lethal stuff.
Why is there still around?
I've been trying to figure that out. I don't know why. Have a good night. What I'm trying to figure out is why this helicopter's still around, but doesn't seem like there's much going on. Let's walk down to LAPD, or close to LAPD headquarters, and if nothing's doing, wrap this up. Thank you, MZ Liberty Rat. And yes, Annabelle made it.
Yes, I'm here.
Annabelle rescued the YouTube feed. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to stream the most of the action tonight. Did not manage to stream it on YouTube. Did manage to stream it on Facebook. So if you'd like to see it and not have to wait for me to upload all that footage to YouTube, you could head over to facebook.com/nomadicjournalism, where I streamed the bulk of the action, or at least the standoff between police and protesters, which got heated right around here. And got very heated in the middle of First Street, right over here, and then some shots were fired over at the intersection where that light is straight ahead. Intersection of First and Main. But eventually the police chased the crowd from right. Oh, there was a big protest and standoff tonight. Oh, like the protesters had a line of people and the police had a line of people, and they were staring at each other and screaming, and then the police chased them all the way around City Hall. About multiple things, but the shooting in Wisconsin, the biggest. Wow. Where? They're not arrested. Did you see someone getting arrested? What? I think it's just a group of officers. We do have an ambulance making its way seemingly to right out in front of LAPD headquarters. Is someone injured? Here I go, literally ambulance chasing. So, if there's ever a time for me to feed the trolls, this is it. Not that I necessarily know we have any trolls in the chat. Perhaps none. Oh, there is an arrest. Yes, there is. Man being pinned on the hood of an LAPD squad car. And now I've pretty much lost my shot of him as the officers surround him. And then, is this ambulance here for the same incident? I presume, Annabelle, I really struggle with zooming in and out on this. Yes, so we have a man being arrested. I'm not used to filming on Annabelle's phone. I apologize for not handling this Zoom so well. Can you shoot this? I'm just not. Oh, yeah, yet another technical difficulty tonight. Sorry, guys, but you did get to see him pinned on the police car. I don't know over what, but I do know someone who's standing here. Was that related to the protest or what?
What did he do? He had a bag, he laid his bag in the middle, like down here, and then he walked up to them and just got in their face and was talking to them.
You okay popping on camera and saying that?
Bro. Yeah.
And you can plug your channel.
Alien Alphabet, YouTube.
Wait. I'm streaming on the wrong phone, so I'm not used to it. Oh,
Josh. What's your last name, John?
Friedman.
Right?
Wow,
Friedman.
I have no idea how to handle Zoom on this. Okay. Okay. Please give me my phone and a working connection. Anyway, all right, go for it. What happened? And
he just went up and started talking to the cops that were all there after relaxing and shit, dude. And they put him in. They told him to leave, and he didn't leave, and they put the cuffs on him. They didn't give him that much warning though.
And what he walked up to the officers in front of their squad cars?
I got it on video. Yeah, they were just like resting over there, talking like them. He went up to them and he was saying something. It didn't sound like he was yelling or something, dude. He was just talking to them. That's it. That's what happened. They told him like walk away, like once or 2-3 times, and then they just grabbed him and put the cuffs on him.
I see someone's already saying, "Hey, Alphabet." So,
what's up, bro?
So you're a known man. Where are you gonna upload that footage?
It's on my channel right now, dude.
Are you live?
It's live, yeah.
Oh,
live.
okay.
I think if you go back, you'll see. I don't know if I caught like the very first part. I caught it. He had like a bag right here.
All right. So for a second time tonight, plug your channel.
Alien Alphabet on YouTube.
All right, guys. Alien Alphabet's probably got better footage of that than I do. So you can take a look at his stream. All right, thanks, man.
It was nothing, bro.
Well,
they just let him go.
No, we saw him.
Just let him go.
Oh, what? They released him right now?
Well, hopefully they do. Yeah, most likely they're gonna release.
Well, they'll because of COVID, they'll. What's that?
What's going on?
Basically nothing, although there was just an arrest.
He's detained, though. I don't know what they would arrest him for though, if he didn't like push anybody. Or
I don't know either, but that's
anything.
That's a pretty aggressive way to merely detain someone. Usually, if they're
Yeah.
usually
They just put the cuffs on him. Like they were just like, leave, leave. It was real quick, dude.
Oh, was it the dude? He was like dancing around on the street.
He had a bag.
a freedom flyer
yeah,
saying I
it
saw his
said that,
stream
yeah, like
pretty
a
good.
Cuffed him?
Yeah, they cuffed him.
Oh, they thought it was like a
Was he
terrorist
messing with the
thing?
cops or what?
No, I think so, yeah.
Earlier? So he was just messing with them for this?
He was just like quiet.
He was like talking to them, but he wasn't yelling or anything. I was here. I didn't hear no yelling. He was probably just talking shit to them.
All of this for one guy?
No, no, no. There was a big protest tonight.
Oh.
That's why I was like, dude, don't resist, bro. They're gonna take out all their anger.
But what's
on him.
what's the ambulance for?
I think one of the cops got hurt. The cops are like making fun of some guy, so I think they're making fun of the cops that got
So
hurt.
were they throwing tear or anything?
Tear gas?
Yeah, there was a little tear gas.
They were shooting some rounds.
Bullet rounds?
I don't know if they were foam or I think they might have something else that disappeared. I think a few people got hit, that sign got hit, and there was
Which
nothing.
sign got hit?
The street sign? I think they did it on purpose. I was right under it. That's why I heard it.
I was right next to the officer who was firing. He was firing from the corner right here.
How long ago was this?
This is
Coup-
when they were like over
couple
here.
hours ago.
Oh, we were really late.
Maybe hour and a half ago.
Yeah.
And then another person got hit in the stomach, but there was no rounds. Everyone was looking on the ground. There's no rounds. So maybe it's something that disperses, like pellets or something.
So everyone just went home or what?
That's weird. Because I thought they were, you know, the guns with those green whatever things on them, right?
Those normally were those foam little bullets.
Yeah, I thought those shoot foam.
Yeah, they do.
And
Today
that's
there was no foam.
But that's weird because I saw them fire. I recorded it. Saw them firing out of those guns with the green.
The green ones have like a canister and they have like four or five of those little rubber bullets. They're like foam. But if they hit you in the eye, they'll fuck your eye.
Well,
I've seen people get real injured up close. And then they have another one that's like a half of, you know, those handballs, those blue handballs. It's like blue. What's that? Badminton. It kind of looks like one of those badminton birdies.
Yeah.
It's blue and it's bigger than one. All right, Josh, I see you, man.
Yeah. Take care, guys. That's
Stay right here.
Alien Alphabet again.
I'll see you guys. I'm sure I'll see you guys. See you everywhere, bro.
Speaking of which, if we're gonna be everywhere, I don't know if we can hang around here so much longer. You were a little late to the party tonight, but you rescued the YouTube stream.
At least something.
I,
I couldn't make it earlier.
I think there are more viewers. I think in all there will be more viewers on this stream after everything happened
I think
Then-
nobody knew that
then-
you're live on Facebook.
than all of my 4 or 5 streams while things were happening. Don Gatto, maybe we'll go back to Portland. I've always got, or at least every now and then, I've got an eye on Portland. Would be interested to go back, considering it. Considering going elsewhere as well. Annabelle's a champ.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm wondered. I thought the action would start at 1 a.m. or something.
Ooh, she's hot.
Thanks. When the protest started at 9, I thought there's no action until 1, but
No, this isn't Portland. The
yeah,
police
it's
in
not
LA,
Portland.
whether you want to call it proactive or aggressive, they move in more assertively, in my opinion, here before things start catching fire and whatnot.
Shall we take another look?
People
at
are
the
asking
shop?
your channel. Everyone subscribe to
Romika Annabelle, ROMIKA ANNABELL.
YouTube.com/Romika Annabelle, which you can find on the about page of my channel. And after this video processes, I'll stick the link in the description. Alien Alphabet just provided us some useful info. He's hanging out in the middle of the street in front of the ambulance. Don't know who all got hit tonight. Are you on OnlyFans?
No, I'm not on OnlyFans. But check out the latest video from my channel. It's from Beverly Hills. There were Trump supporters fighting with Black Lives Matter protesters. It got violent in Beverly Hills.
Guys, speaking of Portland, I never even showed you. I just took this off. I had it on the top of my head for a couple hours. Turk182 is already subscribed to you.
Thanks.
Yeah, I don't have time to edit a bunch of stuff from Beverly Hills, so check out Annabelle's channel, or maybe she'll share some of that with me, and I'll upload to my channel as well. But if you guys haven't seen the sucker punch from Beverly Hills over the weekend, a lot of people have been interested in that. Annabelle's channel is youtube.com/Romika Annabelle. If you don't know how to spell that, you can find that on the about page of my channel. And she's got tons of great footage from LA, from Seattle, from Portland, and elsewhere, but most of it's unpublished, so the best is yet to come. No, you're misspelling Romika and Annabelle. ROMIKA-ANNABELL. We might be live again very soon. So, presumably, I'm not going to be continuing to have these YouTube issues. So, look out for those live notifications, because I have a feeling that I'll be live somewhere again on YouTube pretty soon. But nonetheless, as a backup, let me flip the camera around. Whoa, I really don't get Annabelle's zoom feature. Not at all. Not at all. Guess that was a bad idea to try to bring myself on camera. Let's just do away with that. Nope, that didn't work either. Alright, there we go. So, as a backup, Facebook.com/nomadic journalism. That's where I streamed almost all the action tonight when my YouTube connection failed and failed again and failed again and failed again. At least on my phone. My YouTube connection hasn't failed.
Well, now you got my phone.
Hasn't failed on your phone, but pretty much all the action tonight, including the shots being fired, were streamed on my Facebook page, Nomadic Journalism, facebook.com/nomadic journalism. So now you know that's the backup in case I can't stream on YouTube for whatever reason. Maybe I should figure out a better backup. I don't know, maybe that would be my personal Facebook page. Oh, this guy's... Doesn't look like LAPD is taking too much interest in this guy screaming stuff out and walking between and beside officers. Maybe I need to look into streaming on Twitch, but hopefully these YouTube connection issues don't resume, because you guys know how to find me, apparently, on YouTube. So hopefully I don't have to use backups, but there's one backup just in case. Facebook.com/nomadic journalism. In case my YouTube feed goes down, you can get it there if you give it a like, I guess, or follow, or I don't even remember. I'm not so hip with Facebook pages. That's a wrap. I'm tired. It's been a long evening. Hasn't been as crazy as Kenosha. I'll have to go check out some action from Kenosha. But like I was saying, maybe I will be live again very shortly. So stay tuned to the channel for more live and on-the-ground reports, at least for now, in California. From outside LAPD headquarters, where I still don't know how to zoom on Annabelle's camera phone.
With 2 fingers. Where do you want to zoom in?
Zoom out. Oh, this was the wall that a projector was blasting Black Lives Matter and anti-police images onto, one of which I Instagrammed out. But yeah, from outside LAPD headquarters, as well as LA City Hall, lit up behind the trees. Good night from downtown Los Angeles.
Tschüss.
That means goodbye in German. See you next time, sometime soon, maybe very soon.